some picks in. Y'all want to know who gonna do what? Make sure y'all tap in.
Holla at me, baby.
For Coach Stella, man. But so make sure that y'all hit his neck.
You know it. You know it.
Talk to me. Sold, not told. Moving right along. Stella Scope, man.
What up, baby?
It's a playoff edition of the Stella Scope.
Hey, man.
It's not going to be a whole lot of games to pick from.
Right.
So let's get right down to the ones we need to keep our eye on.
I just put with 3 games, bro. You know, the Stella Scope wanted to bring it back since the playoffs. Every week we get better and better matchups. So we got a big-time matchup for our Ellie House game of the week we'll talk about here in a minute. But these 3 games kind of popped out, and at least want to tell the folks out there to keep an eye on them. And we also, at that point in the time, where maybe a lot of high school fans, their community teams may have been eliminated from the playoffs. So they may be looking for other teams to go watch and just watch good football or see good players. So I just wanted to bring it back for the playoff edition the last couple of weeks and get the fans a heads up. So I'm going to be real quick. First game, Cuyahoga Heights, Warren JFK, Division 7, Region 25. Both of these programs got a lot of history playing each other. When I coached at JFK, we played this team. Cuyahoga Heights won 5 in a row. They're coming off a 5-game win streak. They're playing their best ball of the season right now. This is a program that's used to being in the playoffs, used to winning, used to going to week 13, 14, 15 state championships and all of that. So JFK will definitely be ready. They're definitely going to have their antennas up because of the program that Cuyahoga Heights is. I don't know if you ever seen Cuyahoga Heights, bro. They got a unique offense. They run the wing T, but they run it out of different formations and variations. They want to run the ball like most wing T teams do, but they will play action you and take shots down the field. That's kind of the difference with their wing T offense. So they're playing their best ball, and if you warn JFK, they got to be willing to stop the run. If they can stop the run and make them, put them in obvious passing situations, they'll be good. JFK won 2 in a row. They're playing good ball right now. They loaded with playmakers. Freddie Bolchek, Noah Elser, LaMarcus Provan, Marcus Kimura. They got all type of skill that can make plays. It's just going to come down to can the offensive line, the defensive line continue to play well like they've been playing all year for the most part. And Coach Simmons. I know Coach Simmons going to have the defense ready to fly around to the ball. He's going to definitely have them prepared. And like I said, when you're playing Cuyahoga Heights, if you can stop the run, that's the first box to check as far as beating Cuyahoga Heights in the playoffs. So I like JFK's chances this week. I expect them to win this week. Anything can happen, of course, but keep your eye on that game. Cuyahoga Heights at 1 JFK. Second game, Aurora 11-1 versus Ursuline 11-1. Division 3, Region 9. Aurora been playing well all year. They only got 1 loss to Division 2 Highland. Highland is 12-0, still in the playoffs, so that lets you know they lost to a good team. They've been putting up points all year. They're averaging 43 points a game, so they can put up points. And then defensively, they're only giving up 10 points a game. So this will probably be Ursuline's best team they played since Walsh Jesuit earlier in the year. But I'm sure Ursuline will be ready, and I'm sure Aurora will be ready. They got a big-time team on their hands, so keep an eye on Aurora. And then on the Ursuline side, we know what Ursuline got. We just talked about them not too long ago. They check every box. The thing I'm looking at is Coach McGlynn. He's been having this defense play well all year, creating pressure on the quarterback, rallying to the football, a lot of hats to the football. But more importantly, they do a great job creating turnovers and getting that offense more possessions. So that's the thing I'm looking at from Coach McGlynn's defense. Continue to play well on defense, continue to force turnovers and tackle well. And then if we give our offense more possessions, I'm sure they like their chances because their offense can score against anybody. Mm-hmm. So we already know Ursuline's offense is talented, can score multiple ways. But I'm looking at Coach McGlynn and his defense. If they continue to do what they do, create pressure, create havoc, cause turnovers. And then another thing about their defense, they tend to score off the turnovers. They got a couple of defensive touchdowns this year, you know what I mean? So not only can they create turnovers, they can create points off those turnovers. So keep your eye on Aurora versus Ursuline. And the last game, Austintown Fitch and Walsh Jesuit. Division 2, Region 5. Fitch 9-3, Walsh Jesuit 12-0. Fitch is used to being at this point in the playoffs. Fitch is a regular in the playoffs of week 12, 13, 14 now. Coach Parker has done a great job building that program up. So the stage won't be too big for the team. It's just a matter of going out and executing their game plan because it's going to be a tough game for them. Everybody's going to be favoring Walsh Jesuit, and that's fine. I know Coach Parker ain't tripping on that. His kids can kind of go out there and let's just go play.
But you still got to play the game.
You still got to play the game. And then, sometimes when you're dealing with high school kids and they're a younger team, sometimes it's good to go out there and just play with no pressure and just go let it all hang out and see what we can do. They got a 1-2 punch with DeAndre Richards and Junie Higgs at running back. They've been playing well. They did a great job last week against Hardy. those two kind of set the tone running the ball. DeAndre had over 200 yards rushing. Judy had over 100, I believe. So that's the 1-2 punch they need to get them going. Another thing I like about the 1-2 punch in the run game with Fitch, when they get their run game going, they can stay behind the sticks, stay ahead of the sticks, So now they ain't got to look at too many second and longs or third and longs, and that also opens up the passing game for Brady Evans, Braden Bryant. Colin Callagher has been doing a great job slinging the ball around since he's been at quarterback. And then most importantly, if they get the run game going, it keeps the Walsh Jesuit offense on the sideline. You know what I mean? Kind of try to cut the game in half and not give their offense so many possessions. So from the Fitch side, that's kind of something that I'm looking at. They need to play their best game defensively. And then when you look at Keller Moton and Walsh Jesuit, we just talked about them, 12-0. They've been playing great ball all year. They got one of the best players in the state that they snap into every play. They got a run game. They got a line. They got a defense. They got skilled players. They got good coaching. They got every box that you need to check. So kind of this one thing I'm looking at is how does Fitch match up with Milan Paris? You know, Fitch got smaller corners out there. They're young. They can play, but they're just smaller and they're younger. Milan Paris is a beast, not only in the red zone, as far as trying to keep him out the end zone. He could dunk on you at any time. But we also know how great of a blocker he is on the edges. You know what I mean? And with some smaller corners out there, I'm interested to see how Fitch handles that. But it's sure it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great game. I know Fitch is excited. I know Walsh Jesuit excited. So I think that's going to be a big game. So keep your eye on them 3 games right there. Fitch versus Walsh Jesuit, Aurora versus Ursuline, and Warren JFK versus Cuyahoga Heights, baby.
For sure, man. JFK been balling. Shout out to JFK. JFK, man, they've been balling this year.
They're doing their thing.
I'm going to say it. I think Lamarcus is a star, man. Lamarcus Provic, you know, he one of my favorite guys to watch. We watched him last year when he was at Hardy. I can see how easy the game comes to him.
Right.
You know, I can see how easy it comes to him.
Talent.
Just talent. And when he's enjoying playing,
right.
Like when he's enjoying it,
right.
when he's comfortable in situations, I don't see him take the top off, you know, big programs.
Right.
I mean, as a sophomore, we seen him score twice against Madison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He had a big catch against Farrell, which was really the open it up for Chaz Coleman. What he turned, you know, that was the game that, you know, Chaz started coming out and doing his thing. And like I said, Lamarcus, man, he just one of them kids. When he's happy with the situation.
And the thing about it is they got other playmakers. So it ain't like he's the only playmaker that the defense got to worry about.
Sure. You
got Noah Elser, you got Marcus Kamara, got the speedsters. So they playing well right now. They can put up points against anybody. Like I said, Coach Simmons doing a great job with the defense. They playing well on both sides of the ball up front. Shout out to Coach Moite doing a good job. Did a good job keeping the program together, bouncing back after the tough year last year. And they right here, 10-2, week 13 in the regional semifinals with a chance to go to the regional finals. So shout out to Coach Moite and the JFK Eagles, baby.
And, you know, like the Ursuline and Aurora game, like you said, I think that's going to be a nice one.
Yep.
We all know, like I said, we talk about Ursuline enough. I don't know what the Glenn name drop counter was. I think it stopped at 6. So shout out to Coach McGlynn for making the Stella stop report on the low, on the low for real. But you know, he definitely is taking a stacked defense out there. They play fast. They got a bunch of playmakers on that backside, so it get dangerous for teams. So that's going to be a great matchup
for sure.
The Fitch Walsh Jesuits game, man. I want to give a shout out to Fitch. You know, shout out to my guy over there, Coach Shannon,
for sure,
for doing his thing, his first year over there at Fitch. But man, we was kind of skeptical about their offense when we watched them against Ursuline,
right?
But as we are now, they got an offense actually built to do well in a playoff run. You got that double-headed monster in the backfield, like you said. You can play high-powered teams if you can run the ball,
right?
Because if you run the ball, you shorten the game, even at the clock. You know, you might have answered your own question when you said, how are they going to defend the line players? Yeah, he's going to defend them by keeping them on the sideline.
I'm sure that's part of the game plan for sure.
Right, long drives. Like you said, DeAndre Richards having his way. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Higgins coming, you know, pick your poison.
And they so different. DeAndre and Jimmy so different.
Pick your poison.
Got a nice 1-2 punch over there at Fitch, man. I like that backfield, man.
And especially for a playoff run.
Right.
If it get wet, if it get cold,
that travels. Run game should travel anyway.
So hopefully that helps make the game, you know what I'm saying, is much more interesting. We already talked about Walsh Jesuit, Keller Mode, and Malone Paris, Aiden Henry. You know, those players that they got over there and the mission that they are. But also, Fitch is one of them teams who've been building up that program to like you said, they've been a playoff mainstay.
This ain't nothing new for them.
But they're ready to get mentioned up in those state championship teams. So will this be the team to go that far? We don't know, but I'm sure that's the goal for the coach over there. So
Coach Parker did a great job, man. He got him to this point where, like, we expect to see him at this point in the playoffs. And like you said, it's just a matter of just continuing to build that program. He's doing a good job building it. And, you know, games like this is fun. I know Coach Parker and the staff is excited, can't wait to go take on this challenge playing Walsh Jesuit. I know Walsh Jesuit is excited, being 12-0, trying to prove that they're ready to kick through the door in Division 2. So it's exciting, baby. It's playoff time.
That's this week's playoff edition of the I was about to say the Stella starting report.
It's all right. We're coming to that in a minute.
The Stella Scope.
You
the
know
Stella Scope, man. So we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
We'll be back, baby.
Mario Manningham, stay locked in between the lines and Coach Stella.